Friday, hey, hey, it's Friday on Kletus Ray's Roadside Service. We're going. What time is it? 5:55, 555 right now. We're headed to Des Moines. I wanted to leave at 5. Oopsies, okay? Oopsies. My bad. Somebody spanked me. Actually, they were fine. They were like, as long as he's here before 10. Sounds like I'm just saying that. No, I promise. There's a text message. Uh, they said they'd like me to be there at 8. The tool is going to be there at 7, but if he gets there at 10, it's okay. And so I'm going to just hit him right in the fucking middle, and I'll get there right at 8:45. But I do plan on stopping to get some coffee. I'm going to need some coffee. Now, the one trick about getting coffee out on the road is to not put cappuccino or some other sugary shit in there. That's the fucking trick, because I need to get off the fucking sugar, y'all. And I kind of sound like to myself at least, a broken record machine. And for the kids out there that don't know what the fuck that is, it's a frisbee with the needle thing and a big like fucking horn deal. And if the record machine is broken, the needle doesn't. It just keeps skipping over, and it goes on the same track over and over and over and over again. It's the same shit over and over again. So is that me? Yeah, kinda. I feel that way. But no, seriously, I am. I even had the wife. She was like, "Hey, I'm gonna stop by your tea store and get you some tea." And I said, "Don't you fucking dare get me the delicious, sweet almond green tea that I just crave. Don't get it." She said, "Oh, you don't want tea?" I was like, "I didn't say that." And then I looked at the different flavors they got at my tea store, and I said, "How about this? Get me the blueberry unsweet tea." She said, "All right, I'll get it for you." So she got it for me, and I was so happy. It showed up. It's even like purpley. Yeah, my lane ends here, you fucking dipshits. Um, the sorry, traffic chatter. Gosh. Uh, the blueberry unsweet tea smells amazing, looks great, pours well, but it tastes like shit, yo. I fucking hate it. I'm like, what the fuck? Because I don't know, maybe it's in my mind. Maybe it'll start tasting better the more I drink it. Because I got a whole gallon of it, and I'm not gonna pour it out. I'm gonna keep drinking. But I'm thinking the reason it tastes like so much shit right now is because every time I open up one of those green caps off of that gallon jug with that label on it of that brown delicious liquid, usually when I take a swig off of one of those, it's one of the most. It's from heaven. It's so delicious. And when I cracked it open and I drank it and it wasn't exactly what I was hoping for, I think that's where the disgust comes from. Is just I played a trick on my taste buds, and my taste buds are pissed off. They're like, "Stop drinking this shit. It's not good. It's not the same shit. Where's the shit? Where's the good shit?" That's what my taste buds are saying. And I'm like, "Sorry, guys. We're addicted to sugar and food. We need to fucking work on not being addicted to that shit." And they say, "You're addicted to chewing tobacco too. How about we just stop liking chewing tobacco too?" You know, Or what if one of my taste buds like, I'm going to take it for the team, but I'm going to hop out of here. I'm going to have the teeth back me up and bite me off, so that I have a fucking stinging hole in my tongue every time I take a dip. It's gonna hurt real bad. I hope they don't do that. But as of right now, I'm just not a fan of that blueberry tea. Maybe it's the blueberry. Maybe it's me. I don't know. I should have went with the peach. You know what really chaps my ass though? I don't have a lot to complain about from HTO. Like, they have the most perfect product in the world. But they don't have the tea that I like in unsweet. It's like, we have to add sugar to this one. It's like, but why? Can it at least like trick me a little bit that it's gonna taste slightly the same? But no, they don't. And then the other one that I wanted to drink, I think it was the peach. I was like, give me the peach, babe. Give me the Georgia peach one. And she said, oh, I can get it. It says right here that it's caffeine free. I said, no, I need the caffeine though. I was like, tell me, don't even mention the peach. Don't anything that says caffeine free, don't mention it. And then that's where I landed on blueberry, because it was, and I guess I could have done regular without it, but I didn't want that. So they have one, the peach one is, I believe it's the peach one. I don't want to misspeak, but I would have got the peach one, I'm pretty sure. Um, Sorry, I just got a text message I had to look at. Now I'm lost. The guy said, hey, call the guy and let him know what time you're going to be there. And I don't want to call nobody. I don't want to call nobody. I'm in the middle of a tea rant. Um, yeah, so I don't know. It's a very minor issue here, but I don't like my tea. Um, Last night we let the liquor talk. Couldn't remember what it said, but it said a lot, or something like that. That's what that one guy that screams obscenities out his front door in his underwear said. Throws shit off the top of buildings. That fucking crazy motherfucker. That's what that guy says. He says a song like that, kind of. No, last night we ate uh burgers. I got burgers from Culver's. The butter burgers. There's actually a study done. Forgive me if I have already brought this up, but there was a study done of like fast food chain burgers and which one's the healthiest. And Culver's was it. Culver's was number one. Not that that has anything to do with why we always go there. It's just there's one near our house, and the kids like it. My wife likes it, and I like it, so we always go there. So I got me two burgers, two doubles with cheese, no bun, and there's nothing else on it. Oh, and I added bacon. So it was pretty fucking good. Pretty good. Even though I sat down with my kids and they're like, I want some bacon. And my other one's like, I like bacon too. I'm like, okay, here, have all of my bacon. Yeah, heathens. Eat your corn dog. Because they got corn dogs. They've never had corn dogs from there before, but apparently they did not like it. Well, one of them didn't like it because they took one bite out of it and left it. They didn't eat it. But my other boy, he loves them corn dogs. We almost named him Corn Dog because we just knew that he was going to like corn dogs a lot. Um, oh man, yeah. So yesterday I hauled that trash, and then I was done. I got the landfill, and it was a nightmare. I was, because it's a steep fucking hill to get to the top, and I made it about halfway up that hill, and that's where the line started. Because instead of having, it's a giant landfill, but instead of having a giant dumping area, they had a dumping area for 2 trucks at a time, and it was rainy, so people were getting stuck. They only had the 2 guys, and then yeah, it was a madhouse. But whatever. I get paid for however long it takes, so I sat there. Oh man, this truck is so rough on you. If you ain't got the hiccups, it's gonna put them in there. It's gonna make you throw up. I'm driving the little vac truck, by the way, the 3,000 gallon vac truck, Western Star. The got dumped, and then I look on the ground right next to where I'm dumping, and there's a Hallmark truck that was in there beforehand, or somebody hauled Hallmark's trash, and there was thousands of Christmas ornaments, which just is like, what the hell? It's almost Christmas. Why are you throwing away Christmas ornaments? I don't know. Maybe they just held on to them, and then they're like, we got the new batch in, throw away all the old ones. So I snagged me a couple of, no, I didn't. Wink, wink. I didn't grab a Sonic and the Hedgehog and another little one where, like, the elves are putting mail in a mailbox. I didn't snag those because there's no salvaging at the landfill. So you're not allowed to take those. You're not allowed to take anything you find out there. So I didn't take those and put them in my truck and take them home and give them to my kids. I did not do that. For legality purposes, I did not do that. And I will never say I did. If anybody from legal department comes to my house for Christmas, those, the Sonic and the Hedgehog and the other one I described, those, I bought those from Hallmark before they threw them away. No salvaging here. I am a rule follower. Wink, wink. I don't know why I keep saying wink, wink. I'm telling the truth. Wink, wink. I wouldn't lie to people. What do I have to lose by? What do I have to gain by lying? Wink, wink. Maybe 2 Christmas ornaments. So, yeah. And then I had to get a pitchfork from the shop because I was like, yeah, just in case the little Mexican guy on the backhoe decides to run away from me again, I need to have some sort of a tool that I can knock all this trash off the back. So I grabbed a pickaxe. Luckily, I did that because the little Mexican guy was driving the roll-off truck in front of me. So he didn't even have his backhoe anywhere nearby. So, yeah, and like I said, there's only 2 spots to dump, and my shit takes like 45 minutes to get from beginning to end. Not really, it doesn't take that long, but it feels like it takes an hour. It probably only takes half an hour, but I gotta get backed into a hole. I gotta hook up my hydraulics. I gotta open up the back door and make sure it doesn't swing into anybody. And then I gotta turn on the hydraulics, which sometimes is a pain in the ass, but I got it. Everything was fine. And then I gotta stand there. That's why I looked down at the ornaments to begin with. I needed something to wedge in the lever. Otherwise, you got to stand there and hold it the whole time, and it's annoying. So I usually look on the ground and I find something I can wedge in there where the hydraulic controls are, so it'll hold the hydraulic button down or the lever down. And the little mailbox ornament worked out really well, a lot better than I thought it would. And push all the trash out. And then at the very end, you got to pull forward and then shake the truck. You got to back up, go forward, back up, go forward, slam on the brakes. Fucking try to get some of that trash to fall off the back because it all collects right there on the blade. Then you get out with your pitchfork and you go back there, and while everybody thinks you're about to get up and get going, and and you're about to be done working, no, you got to get back there and use a pitchfork and knock all the trash off. And they're really upset when there's only 2 fucking dump spots and some fucking idiot with a Sonic the Hedgehog ornament is fucking dicking around with a pitchfork. But I got it. I got it all off. Everything was fine. And then I left. And then right as I was leaving, I get a call from my office lady. She says, "Hey, good news. I got another job for you as soon as you get back." I said, "All right. Well, this job is taking a lot longer than expected, so don't count on me to be there at my normal time." I talked to you guys all the way up until I got the trailer hooked up. So this is really everything after that. And then I get back to the shop. I get the truck parked. And then she says, "Hey, yes, you need to grab the walking floor trailer," which is always a treat. Grab the walking floor trailer and head up to St. Joe. Well, I got 3 runs for you. But if you can only get 1 done, I'd rather you get 2. But if you get 2 done, get 3. And I got 1. Not even 1.5. Because they were hoping that I was going to be able to get 1 dumped off and then go back up to St. Joe and grab another load and then leave it loaded at the shop. So, because it would be too late. But no, I said, fuck all that. I ain't going up. The place is going to be damn near closed by the time I get there. I'm not going to keep the guy there late. So, nope. I'm only getting 1 done. Got to the landfill. Surprisingly, all the pallets came out of that walking floor trailer pretty well, except for 2. The first 2 that were loaded on there. So, there's only 2 pallets left on the truck. I was able to hop up in there, get them knocked loose, hop back down, and turn the truck back on. Because I learned, I don't know why it took me this long to learn. Turn off the hydraulics, adjust the pallets, hop back out, and then turn it on. But it is kind of annoying if you do all that and then they're still stuck, you know. Because you can't tell if they're going to be stuck or not until they get stuck. So, that was about that. And got them out. Got the truck back to the shop and went home. I did hang out a little bit with one of the bosses. Was sitting there. He was working on a PVC pipe. The guy's up in North Minnesota or whatever the fuck it's called, North Dakota. They're working up there. They needed a piece of pipe made up out of PVC. So I helped one of the bosses sit there and glue some fittings on and cut it down and get it strapped down to their trailer where they needed it. Worked out. This thing is, I'm going to throw the fuck up. I'm going to throw up. Oh, God. This highway. The people that pave I-35 need to be shot in the foot, okay? Put them on disability. Get them off these roads. I appreciate all the work you've done, but you guys can't make a goddamn smooth road for nothing. Oh, man, it's just blum, 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 blum. Ugh, and then big bump. And then, oh, here, they didn't pave this area. They didn't pave this area, and it's nice and smooth. In other news, they shut down InfoWars, which InfoWars was probably like the start of my political opinions. I really didn't care much about politics at all, and then I ended up finding those crazy Alex Jones videos, and I was like, oh, wow, Alex Jones knows what he's talking about. And then I was like, this guy's a little fucking nutty. And then I kind of stopped listening to him. And that was on InfoWars and stuff. And then it was a while after that that I would just have like normal, basic, not really important political opinions, nothing to like chat about, just something to listen to. And then I listened to Joe. Like we went on a road trip, and I was like, "What's a podcast?" And my wife was like, "Oh, there's a Joe Rogan has one of the biggest podcasts ever." I was like, "The Fear Factor guy?" She's like, "Yeah." I was like, "All right, well, who does like how does what are the episodes like? Like what do they talk about?" And she's like, "All different kinds of stuff." I was like, "Oh, really? Okay. Well, put one on." And she was going through. She's like, "Who do you want to listen to? Dr. Phil, this guy, that guy, Alex Jones." I was like, "Alex Jones." She's like, "Who's Alex Jones?" I was like, "He's InfoWars. I want to hear what he's got to say." And that podcast, I don't remember which one it was, but it was such an entertaining like Alex Jones on Joe Rogan. There's not a lot that's better than that. It's just so entertaining. And the 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 craziest thing about that is that he makes some wild ass fucking claims and they fact check him. Alex Jones sounds like a fucking madman. He sounds like an idiot. But if you fact check him, prove him wrong. I dare you. It's like he may like stretch a little bit, but for the most part, he does a lot of research, and he does not just spew shit random. Well, I guess the Sandy Hook thing that was pretty bad, I guess. But that's what got him shut down. So they just shut him down, and I don't know why these fucking idiots don't realize that canceling people doesn't work anymore. The Onion, which is like a satire news outlet, it's like kind of like the Babylon Bee, but different, more left leaning, I guess. They bought. So the Infowars went up to bid from because he had his assets were seized or something like that because he didn't have enough money to pay the Sandy Hook people. So they took his shit and then they sold it at an auction. And then the Onion bought his InfoWars network just to shut it down. And I don't know. I just learned of this yesterday that he was like live on the air and then they shut it down. Like they shut down the website, which is where he posts his videos and sells his merch and stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I had no I didn't even I don't even listen to InfoWars anymore or anything. I feel like if it's important enough, Joe Rogan will talk about it. So I don't pay attention to Alex Jones a whole lot anymore. Only when he's on other shit, I guess. But yeah, I don't. These dumb fucks don't realize that canceling people really makes them stronger. Because now, after I'm done recording this, I'm going to search to find more. I want to hear more from Alex Jones. Canceling does not work. You're just making him more popular. Maybe that was the Onion's intent. But yeah, it does not work. They tried to cancel Tony Hinchcliffe because of the Puerto Rico is a floating island of garbage. Uh, and if you look into Puerto Rico, I think Tony didn't. That wasn't just an offhand joke. That was actual research that he had looked up, and he had noticed that Alex Joe or sorry, got it mixed up. Puerto Rico is full of fucking trash. Like their landfills, like what are they? They're an island. Where are they supposed to put their trash anyway? So there's a giant trash issue on Puerto Rico. Tony Hinchcliffe makes a joke, a very, very light joke about it, and they try to, they're like, this guy is rude. You're like, have you ever watched Kill Tony? Him calling somebody trash is that's a that's him talking somebody up, okay, compared to what the fuck he says. So these, I don't know, people are fucking idiots that think they can keep somebody from talking, and it's just gonna make them bigger. And Tony Hinchcliffe came out with his apology, and in his apology he said, "I am not apologizing for anything I have ever said, and I will never plan or apologize for anything ever." He said, "This is who I am," and it was just like, it was like a, oh, Tony Hinchcliffe for president right there, 2028 or whenever the next election is. I believe it's 8. Put him in, Tony Hinchcliffe would be a fucking insane president. But I don't know. So that's something in the news, is that the that shit's going on. Let me pause this. Okay, I just had to send off a little text message real quick, and I had to do some typing and stuff, and pull over, and you know the deal. So what was? There's something else. Um, yeah, there's something else I was gonna talk about. I totally forgot what it was. Played Fortnite last night with my son. Got him the battle pass, but he didn't want to play. He didn't want to play like regular Fortnite. He wanted to play like this red versus blue or orange versus green or whatever it was. I don't know. And we played that for a little bit. We had a good time. Got him the crew pass, so now it's just a monthly subscription. It's only $12. It's not a big deal. But I wanted it. I wanted him to know that it was like a, I don't know, kind of like a gift, because he gets excited every time with the battle pass, and I didn't want to not have him get excited about something anymore, because if it, he's gotta want something, now it's gonna be something that's just taken for granted, but whatever. He loves that game so much. We were on different teams. He kept running into the base that I was in and killing me. I was like, brother, get out of here. But, yep, man, oh man, this weekend should be all right. Should be an all right week. It should be an all right day. I'm driving up to Des Moines. I'm gonna go up here. I'm gonna work for an hour, and then I'm gonna dump up there also. That's included in the hour. And then I'm gonna drive it back down to Kansas City, and I think I'm gonna drop this truck off at the cleaners. And then somebody should be giving me a ride back to the shop. And then I'm going to do my best to just get in my fucking car and go the hell home. And not accept any jobs this weekend. That's my plan. And then if I can get home early enough, possibly, maybe, I can, my neighbor that wanted to come over and work on the truck the other day, maybe he's in better spirits, and maybe he will come over and look at it. And I know what he's gonna. I don't know what he's gonna do, but he's gonna be like, "Oh, I think your bottom end is blown out." I'm like, "What?" Because like that four wheeler that I had, because I was talking to him about it, I was like, "Hey man, got this four wheeler. It just needs a little bit of stuff. How much would you charge me to if I wanted to send it to him for him to work on it possibly?" And he's like, "Oh, it's probably locked up." I'm like, "No, it's not locked up." He's like, "Has it been sitting?" I was like, "Yeah, it's been sitting for a little while." It's like, "Yeah, it's probably locked up." I'm like, it kicks over." It's like, "Yeah, but I bet you it's locked up." I'm like, it kicks over. It's just not getting spark. The coil's bad on it, and the rear brakes are locked up, but that's it. Like the rest of it's fine. It's like, "No, it's probably locked up." I'm like, "Okay." So I don't know if that was his way of just saying, "I don't want to work on your shit," but he would work. Like that's what he does. He's retired, and he just does like mechanic work for random people all the time. So he always has like a car in the driveway and stuff. But so I don't know. I don't know if he's gonna bring over some sort of a compression tester, test the compress. I'm like, it's got compression. It ran and drove. Nothing changed. Like it ran and drove. There's just something wrong with some of the wiring somewhere. But I've redone the wiring a couple times now, and so I don't know what could be the issue. And then I got other people that were talking about it. They're like, "It's out of time." I'm like, "But I didn't change the time." They're like, "Well, it's out of time." I'm like, "I didn't change the time." They're like, "Well, when you put the cap back on, you put it on. It can only be. It only needs to be a couple degrees at a time, and it won't run." I'm like, "Okay, well, I put the cap only goes on one way, so and it is getting spark, and I did not loosen I mean, I'm over here. I'm getting upset at people trying to help me out, but it's like I don't know. That's the thing I have wrong with me is I say I didn't do anything wrong, but clearly I did. So, but everybody that tries to help me with it, I'm like, "Nope, nope, everything's fine. Everything's right." And they're like, "Okay, so what do you want me to? Where would you like me to start?" I'm like, "I don't know. Just come over and fucking love on it a little bit, and maybe it'll fire up." I don't know. So I don't know. I got issues. Yeah, I think I'm correct when I'm clearly not, and something is definitely wrong. I looked up so much stuff, and I ran all the wires. I got the solder connectors. I got a good connection on every single wire that I put in there. Everything is plugged in where it's supposed to go. What's the deal? Now the only thing that's wrong with it right now is that the battery, it drains the battery really fast. But I got it jumped to my car. Like my car is over there sitting over there running. My car has a newer-ish battery in it also. This is also a brand new battery in the truck, and it's always disconnected when it's not in use. So, but I don't know. It does. The starter seems to be draining the battery really fast, but I don't know. Just want to. I don't know. This is really making me want to pull the distributor, pull the carb, and shit. If I go that far, I might as well pull the intake. If I go that far, I might as well pull the heads. If I go that far, I might as well pull the engine out, drop the oil pan, pull out the cam, pull out the crank, pull out the pistons. I could get deep into this. Oh, like, oh well, yeah. Now the truck is completely disassembled, It needs a new timing chain, timing gear, new cam, a rebuild kit, new rings, new bearings. It doesn't leak any oil, which is awesome. Oh, well, the one thing I do want to do is I want to do a new dipstick. Like people, they love those shorty dipsticks. I don't like a shorty dipstick. I want to be able to check my oil, not on my tippy toes. And right now, you can't even do it on your tippy toes. You got to get a bucket. You got to stand on a bucket to check your fucking oil. And the dipstick tube came out, so that's obviously not sealed up very well. Hey, pay attention, Honda. You about took the fucking ditch. You're still just driving on the wake-up bumps. The fuck are you doing, Honda? That Honda guy's drunk. I'm gonna get past him. I don't want anything to do with you. Holy moly. Maybe you should take the next rest stop and just reevaluate what you got going on. My wife, her car has a tire appointment today, so she's gonna go get tires. I just hope they really don't fucking try to fucking ream us. I really wanted to do it myself, but clearly last time, I mean, now that I made the mistake on my tire, on my car, now I know. But she's like, no, she got the fucking credit card for the fucking tire shop. She's going to go there, and it's going to cost us like $700-800 if we're lucky. And I'm just like, I could have done this for less than $400, and I haven't had the interest of doing all that. I took her tire. I don't understand what was wrong with her tires, but all of her tires were like going low and everything. And then I finally took the one that I thought was going to be the worst one to my shop, and my plan was to plug the tire or replace it, put it back on there, and just keep driving it for a while. Because there's really only two tires that don't have enough tread. But the tire stopped leaking. I don't know. I sprayed it all down with everything, and the only conclusion we can think of is it was the valve stem cap was fucking it up. So we threw that thing away, and she's been driving. She hasn't had to put air in her tires at all. I finally get around to working on her car, and then there's like nothing. I mean, the tires aren't great, but they're not leaking anymore. So I asked her last night. I was helping her carrying some groceries. And, I was like, "How's your tires doing?" She's like, "Fine." I'm like, really? I was like, "But you're going to a tire appointment tomorrow." She's like, "Yep." I was like, "All right, well, let's go ahead and do that." I don't think these tires are gonna outlast the fucking car. Oh, I got a text message. All right. He gave me a thumbs up. I got a little bit of time. I can stop and grab a coffee. I don't know. I've been doing pretty good so far, but I am going to stop and get a coffee before I get there. For sure. And yeah, I don't know. The tire shop, what I'm kind of worried about is, they're going to try to. It's my wife. She's doing all of this. And maybe I should have taken a stand and been like, no, let's not do that. But it's not like money we are spending right now. It's just another fucking payment that we're going to have. But don't want them to upgrade her tires. Just get the cheapest tires they have. And she's like, I don't want the cheapest they have. I'm like, but what's the difference? You know, like, it's not going to, the tires, yes, different tires do help in different climates, but not like a whole bunch. I mean, for what you're doing, if it's too snowy out, you're not going to be driving. So you don't need the best tires for that. And I don't know. I don't know. Like, just get some fucking tires, babe. The cheap ones. They'll be brand new. That's better than what you got. And, you know, and then the balancing and the mounting, and then she was talking about getting alignment. I was like, yeah, I guess you could put it on an alignment machine, and there probably are some adjustments to be made, but it drives pretty fucking straight. Like, you can let go of the steering wheel, it drives completely straight. The tires are wearing properly, you know. I can tell because they're bald. No, actually, her tires are not even all that bald. They're just kind of oldish, but they're wearing very even all the way around. So I'm like, I don't know what you would need an alignment for. But she's talking about getting an alignment. And, you know, I'm like, that's another $100 and however many dollars. Like, just get them mounted and balanced. Get the fuck out of there. I don't know. Like, part of me is like, yes, I want my wife to have the best stuff, and you know, what's an extra couple $100 for safety? But also, that car is just, it's on death's door. Let's just patch it up and keep it moving, because we're going to replace her car at some point in time. It's gonna happen, and the more money we spend on it now is just more money wasted, really. Just want to get rid of it, man. Want to get rid of my car too. Yeah, the tire that I fucked up with, it's got the bubbles sticking out of it. It's got like some sort of fucking cancer or something. In my bent rim now. I've been just cooking it on those, and surprisingly, it's smoother. It's way smoother with my fucked up tires, fucked up used tires. It's good. It's good. But the one thing that really bugs the hell out of me is now I have 3 warning messages when I turn on my car. Tire monitoring system, because I broke one of the fucking plugs off of the deal. It's the tire monitor system, the timing belt, and the change the oil. And it's like, I'm not changing the oil. I changed the oil in it not too long ago, and it's already up for again. But I have to add so much oil to it that I'm like, it's fine. I don't need to change the oil in it. It'll be all right. The filter might get clogged up, but who cares? Who cares? It's got a crazy oil leak. It's got a timing belt that needs to be replaced. It's got a fucking tick to it. It's got a bad water pump or some sort of a water leak somewhere. The thing needs a total overhaul. I mean, but all right, I gotta switch. I gotta get. Hurry up and go around. I am fucking getting rocked to the fucking core on this goddamn highway. Hurry up and go around. Jesus Christ. I was about to switch into the fast lane. I got a guy flying up on my ass. And here he is. He's passing me. This lane is the worst. And this is where they've been doing all the road work. And it's not. They didn't do a good job. I'm about to fucking stutter off of the side of the highway. It's just fucking bumpy. Yeah, come on over, bud. In your Dodge pickup truck, you're not feeling any of these fucking bumps. I'm feeling every single one in my gut. Oh man. Um, Yellowstone, the TV show, is back on the TV. I've not watched it yet, but my wife was like, I already know a spoiler. I'm like, what's this? Tell me the spoiler. She's like, no, you need to watch it. I'm like, did you watch it without me? She's like, no. I'm like, sounds like you did. She's like, no, I just got on. People are really upset about the spoiler, so they've been posting about it online. I was like, oh well, what is it? She's like, he. Well, I don't want to. Well, I guess like it's not even a spoiler. Everybody knew this. If you were paying attention to any of the news coming from the show, is Kevin Costner was not getting along with the director of the movie. Um, and he said, I'm not going to do it no more. So Kevin Costner was in episode 1, and he will not be in episode 2. If that's anything for you. So, I don't know. That's something that's going on. Um, I see a light up ahead, and I'm going to pull over at that light because they got coffee in there, and I'm going to drink some of it. I'm thirsty. Stay away from the sugar. Stay away from the sugar. Don't add any sugar. Don't go to the cooler and grab a Black Rifle mocha. Don't do that. Just go over there, get a cup of black coffee. If you want to, you can add cream, but you shouldn't even do that. Just get the coffee and get out. Just get the coffee and get out. That's what I need to tell myself. I'm trying to drink this unsweet tea, trying to drink black coffee only. Um, Stay off the fucking pizza. The pizza, I have 2 slices left in the fridge still of that fucking stuffed crust pizza that I fucking devoured. I'm going to let them go old. I'm going to let them go old in the fridge, and I'm going to throw them away. I'm going to grab me a pound of ground beef from the downstairs freezer. I'm going to throw it in the fridge. I'm going to grab my chicken wings. I'm going to throw those in the fridge also. Just going to get back onto the healthy stuff, the non-sugary stuff, the meat, the fat. I need to get some steaks. But I don't know how tomorrow is going to go. Saturday, that's the company party, and they're having food catered in. Do I cheat? I'm going to say no, but that all depends on what they got. Because I'm all about taking stuff from the company. If they're offering it, I'm taking it. If they got, I don't know. I don't know what it could be. Maybe, probably not sweets. I'm not real. I don't know. Sweets are good and easy, but come on out, cattle hauler. Don't hit the don't hit the curb. You're gonna shake up the milk. I have not been to this Love's ever. I've always gone to the next exit and hit up the whatever it is. All right, I'm gonna act like I'm gonna get fuel, but I'm really gonna go inside and get coffee. There's, sometimes everybody's one of those every now and again. Be back. All right, we're back. We got the coffee. Hell yeah. Problem is, my cup holder in this piece of shit truck is not gonna hold it at all. Mm-mm. All right. Perfect timing. As long as I should have skipped this guy. I should have went around him. Yeah, so I pulled into the fucking bay. Right by, truck had just got done fueling up. Pulled forward, and I followed him right there. And then I hopped out and ran inside. And then right as I was hopping out, another truck pulled in right behind me. So I know he was looking at me like, "You motherfucker, you're not getting fuel. What the fuck are you doing?" But I was already too committed. So I ran inside, grabbed the coffee quickly, Colombian blend, 2 lids of ice, and then paid for it, used my gift card. Hell yeah. And then ran out the door, and right as I was running out the door, the guy in front of me was moving. So I hopped in my truck and I followed him, and I'm still behind him. But I don't know. That guy should be appreciative of me. He's still sitting there. He still hasn't even moved forward. Like there's an open bay. He hasn't even moved forward. Now he's blocking the pump, not even pulled up to the pump. But yeah, I don't know. I always have etiquette for those things, but I'm like, hey, listen, yeah, because I do it. I don't mind if you do it. If you want to run in and grab a cup of coffee, take a quick piss, whatever you got to do, you want to be close to the door, you want to get pump number 1, do it. You know, sometimes you got to run inside to pay for fuel or whatever. A lot of times you can just hit the call button and they'll get it fired up for you. But yeah, I don't know. I don't have a problem with that. Now there was a guy the other day. Oh, there's 2 different guys that this one loves probably, and they called over the intercom. Anybody that's driving the red truck and trailer, you are parked in my fuel island where we have a fuel delivery, and he cannot get to the delivery spot. Blah blah blah. Like basically calling out somebody that's parked where they're not supposed to be parked, and they got a fuel delivery that they're trying to get fuel pumped in there, and they can't do it. Somebody's parked in the way. And I walked up to the register. I said, I can promise you, I am not in the red truck. And then a guy walked up and he's like, "That's my truck." I'm like, "Oh, well, you should probably." He's like, yeah. I just gonna grab a couple more things." And he had like a fucking counter full of fucking shit that he was buying. I'm like, what the fuck? And then there was another time that I did what I just did, where I parked behind somebody to run in and piss real quick, and then I was gonna be done. And I parked behind a guy, set the brake, ran inside because he was still fueling up or whatever. Or no, there was just nobody there. Ran inside, took a piss, came back out, got in my truck, and then a guy ran out and he said, "Hey man, that motherfucker's down there sitting eating." I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, he's sitting down eating food." Look, he's right there. And you look in the window, and there's the trucker he's like, yeah, that's the guy that owns this truck. It's like, oh, okay. He's like, yeah, these motherfuckers just blocking the pumps. I'm like, yep, they sure do. And then he walked off, and I just went around the island, and I just kept on going. And I got on the highway, and I left. I was like, yeah, I didn't need fuel at all. Didn't need no fuel. Just needed to piss. Want to be close to the door. And if I became president, that's something I might add. I'd say, hey, if you got a truck stop, you got to have restrooms on this side of the parking lot and over there on the other side of the parking lot, okay? Because sometimes that's all people need to do. They don't even want to go in. They don't want to buy nothing. They don't want to do nothing. They don't want to fucking walk by everybody. They just want to use the fucking shitter real quick. So can you guys put a bathroom in over there? My first thing as president is bathrooms on the opposite side of the parking lot at the truck stops. What's my second thing I'm going to do as president? Probably, probably going to be as President Kletus Ray, I will, I don't know, there's so many things that I would say, but I don't want to say them because then it's like, that would be a mad world, okay? If I got rid of speed limits, oh, it'd be a horrible fucking time everywhere. Traffic, something about traffic. Road work for sure. I'd say, hey, you fucking dumb fucks, you get one road project at a time per city, per 50 miles. 50-mile radius. If there's any road work going on in this 50-mile radius, there's only one, okay? And everybody needs to go to that one and get it done, okay? You want to get that bridge fixed? Well, you're going to have to wait for those potholes to get filled over there. Everybody go over there, fill up them potholes. Then that road is done. Then go to the bridge. Everybody go to the bridge. You can get it, maybe I'll get you in contact with some of the Amish. Because the Amish can do it. Get some of the Amish to come out and teach you guys some work ethic and get the bridge torn down and put back up in one day. I'm tired of this fucking road work, y'all. Redo the road work. The Eisenhower interstate system. Okay, well, I'm gonna change the name of that to the Kletus interstate system. And it's gonna say that every road that you pave has a grade. So when you're driving over a road, like a little prompt will pop up on your phone, and you won't be able to use the prompt until you pull over. But it'll say, hey, you drove on Highway 35. How was it? And you could put in feedback. It was too bumpy. And I would definitely say it's too bumpy. Too bumpy from this mile marker to this mile marker. What the hell? Why is it so bumpy? You fixed it. Why is it so bumpy? And then put the people that made it too bumpy in jail. For sure. Where they have to go, and in jail, they are mandatory to learn how to make a smooth road. And when they're not working on the road, they have to drive down a bumpy road or something. Like, you guys don't even know, okay? You're coming over here, you're making this bumpy-ass road, and then you never drive on it. It's a bumpy fucking road, okay? Fix it. And I would, I don't know, I wouldn't divide the nation. I would not divide the nation, but I would float the idea out there. I'd say, hey, all in favor of losing the western uh, coastal states? Aye, aye. All right, you guys got to figure it out yourselves. Rename. That's a totally different country. We're probably going to go to war with you later on, and your fucking unflavored vapes and your homeless are not going to be able to. You're not going to be able to compete. You guys are fucking dumb. You're real fucking dumb over there. Just kidding. After looking at the map of the counties, like California is like all red except for the fucking cities. I'm pretty sure. I like California, but you got some dumb fucking rules. Get over, Nissan. Big Daddy's coming through. Almost bought a Nissan Sentra back in the day. Meaning I had no money, and if I did have the money, I would have got it. But I went out with my buddy. He wanted a new car. His first car was a Ford Tempo. And this thing, it sounded like a fart driving down the road. It was burgundy on burgundy, the color and everything. And it was such a fucking like shanty car, but it did its job. And he had it for a very long time. It was a good little car. And I'm trying to remember. I think he sold it, and then he bought an S10. And then another buddy, Austin, bought an S10 also. And it was so much fun. They would have bumper cars. They would just be in traffic, and they would like ram the fuck out of each other in traffic. And everybody, like because I'd ride around with them all the time, and all the people in traffic would be like, "Oh my gosh, those two cars just crashed!" And then they're like, the one guy, they're sitting at a stoplight, and then the truck in front would put it in reverse and just right into the motherfucking truck. It was like, just having bumper cars, pull up next to each other and just fucking rubbing, like hitting doors and shit. It was a lot of fucking fun. But I don't know. I think his S10 blew up because his S10 was a little bit like my truck right now, where you had to connect these two wires, you had to push this button, flip that switch, hit the brake, and touch these two wires together to get it to fucking fire up. Oh, and I remember the first oil change we did on that fucking truck. It was this fucking idiot. So he drained all the oil out, and then then he put new oil in the top, and then he's like, "Oh, I forgot to do the filter." I was like, "Yeah, well, you're not doing that anymore." And he tried. He pulled the old filter off and tried to put the new filter on, and there's just full oil fucking everywhere. All over the fucking place. I'm like, that was not, you should have just, never mind. But, no, he was in the National Guard. He was a Boy Scout for a long time, then he got in the National Guard. And then, or Eagle Scout, sorry. Don't want to offend anybody. So, what was it? He got his check. He went to basic. He went to the advanced training deal. He did all the shit, and he came back with a check. And he bought a 2004 Chevy Silverado crew cab, brilliant blue. I don't know what the color code actually is, but it was like the bright blue Chevy Cadillac crew cab short bed, super short bed, which is all the 1500, most of the 1500s were. Bought a brand new lift kit for it, brand new wheels, brand new tires. This was a nice fucking truck, like super. That's one reason I bought my 2006 that I had, was I remembered his blue truck. I was like, there is no way you got this nice fucking truck. Like, this is amazing. And I had my 96 at the time. It was my green 96. And I don't even remember what happened to that. He just ended up getting rid of it one day. I think the bank came and took it. I don't know. And then he bought a BMW. It was like a hatchback BMW, and I fucking hated that car. He also drove around a Dodge Dakota for a while. It was a V8 two-wheel drive extended cab with a pap cap on the back. Gray, like shredded gray paint. Like the paint was fucked up on it. But it was a V8, Dakota. 5-speed. So it was pretty cool. And I think he drives a dually now. I don't know. I haven't talked to that dude in a while. Me and him used to be inseparable. We were like some of the bestest friends ever. I would always hang out with him, and it was just like a giant big friends group. But I was with him, and I don't know what happened. He went off. He went to Qatar for a while, came back, and he was still normal guy, but I don't know. It just seemed like he had a chip on his shoulder when he got back. And he didn't want to hang out as much anymore. And he was into some other shit. So, I don't know. The friendship kind of went away. And I think most of his problem right now, from what I've heard from other friends, is his wife. Which I've never even met the girl that is now his wife, which is kind of weird to. Well, I mean, I don't think he's ever met my wife, but we got married in 2015. But this was before that. He had got married, and I had never even heard of his girlfriend. I didn't even know he had a girlfriend. And then he had a wife, and everybody was saying that his wife whips the fuck out of him. He is straight up pussy whipped to no end. So, and he was okay with it. So that's just the way he was. But he inherited his grandparents' house. That was around when I stopped hanging out with him. He inherited his grandparents' house, and we would go over there. We'd have fucking parties and stuff. But yeah, I don't know. He just felt, I don't know, because he was still friends with other people in the group. But for me, he just was not. I was overlooked quite a bit when it came to things. Like, I'm like, oh, you didn't invite me. Oh, I didn't know if you wanted to go or not. We actually have too many people. You can't go. Like, oh, all right. Cool. Well, yeah, that's fine. Whatever, man. Talk to you later. And then, I don't know, fuck, dropped my glasses. I was going through my contacts, and I think I texted him a couple of times, and I think he got a new number, so I deleted it. But I still have my dad's phone number in my phone, and I don't know, I don't want people to be like, oh, that's so sad. It's like, I don't know why I still have my dad's phone in there. I like to see it in there, but it doesn't really bring up any, like, I mean, it does bring up some emotion, but I'm not, like, going to cry every time I see that. And I'm perfectly fine talking about my dad and stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I'll always say the worst thing that's ever happened to me, or not really happened to me, but the worst thing that could ever happen is that my dad passed away before he could meet my children. Like, that's the thing that is not going to happen. Because my dad, he loved kids so much. And I know him and my son would be the best of buddies. they would have so much fun together. And it's, if anything's going to make me sad about my dad passing away, like, that would be it, is that my dad didn't get to meet my kids. But they were born, 7 years later after he passed. So it's like, yeah, well, that wasn't going to happen, but I don't know. That was one of my first thoughts when I had kids. I was like, my dad ain't gonna be able to meet them. That sucks. It sucks a lot. And I'm very happy with my stepdad. I was gonna say father-in-law, my stepdad, because he cherishes these kids so much. Like it's amazing. And then even father-in-law, he loves the kids too, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just partial to my side of the family and my stepdad, but I don't know. The other one, they're just I don't know. But my mom and my stepdad are watching the kids this weekend, and they asked to do it. They wanted to do it, and that's the difference between my parents and her parents. That my parents are going to ask, like, hey, can you bring the kids over? We'd love them to stay the night. And her parents are like, this is really not a good weekend. Shit like that. But her parents have been better. They haven't been pissing me off as much lately. Well, mainly her mom, not her dad, her stepdad, but her mom used to piss me off so fucking much. I was just like, you are fucking insane. You're an insane person. You are dumb. And I don't like you at all. First it was because of the way she treated me, and now it's like not the way she treats the kids, because she treats the kids fine when they're around, but it's always a burden. The kids are a burden to them, and I know their grandparents, they already had kids, they don't want to have the kids anymore, but it's like, these are your grandkids, like, and still to this day, she's like, I feel like I just don't know Olivia, which is my daughter. She's like, we just don't have a good connection. It's like, okay, well, maybe spend some fucking time with her, Maybe ask to see them every now and again, because I know we offer, the offer's always open, and sometimes Sam does offer, and, but for whatever reason, it's always a burden. I got pool tonight. We're going to the lake. Like, the kids love the lake. They would love to go to the lake. No, we're not taking the kids to the lake. I was like, all right. Well, then just don't do anything with them then. And then complain that you don't get time with them. Like, you're fucking insane. But they're doing better now, I guess. I don't know. But, yeah, I love my kids so much. We cuddle all the time, all day. Like, last night, me and my daughter. Well, it's every day, but last night was the last time. Got my daughter just laying on me. We're just watching. I'm scrolling through my phone, and I'm stopping on all the puppy videos and stuff. And she's like, puppy. I'm like, yep. Stay cute, my baby. Stay cute. Yesterday, I forget what it was. We were sitting around the dinner table, and I said a word. I forget what word it was, and I was like, can you say that word? And she got into like a stutter type thing. She's like, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, slow down, baby girl. She's so cute. But her speech is improving significantly. She's doing really good. She's actually way smarter than she sounds. She sounds like a baby still, but she's using bigger words. She knows what's good. She knows what you're talking about. And my son, he's been downloading games on my phone, and I don't know if it's just because the ads that are popping up, and he downloads like every ad that pops up. But he's into girls. Like he's got a ghost spider, plush stuffed animal thing, and I caught him kissing it the other day, and I'm like, okay. And the games that he's been downloading on my phone, it's like virtual girlfriend and this and that, and like take your clothes off game and stuff. I'm like, what the hell? Oh, and then the other day, I haven't told the wife about it, and I'm not going to tell her about it, but she doesn't like him playing Grand Theft Auto, which I understand. But I'm like, listen, it's a game. I played Grand Theft Auto growing up, and I think it's not anything worse than anything else he's seeing. So just let him play Grand Theft Auto. It's way more realistic. You can run around. You get real guns. They sound like real guns. They shoot like real guns, and he's very interested in that. So I let him play Grand Theft Auto every now and again, and I put it on director mode. And in director mode, that's where you can use a bunch of cheat codes or whatever. You can use regular cheat codes in the normal game too, I guess. But in director mode, like there's a list of cheats that you can use. Flaming bullets, explosive bullets, invincibility, no police, all police, moon gravity, all kinds of shit like that. And I don't know. Anyways, I gave him the game, and I just left him in his room, to his own devices. I was like, "You just do whatever you want." And I'm in the living room watching TV or something, and he's like, "Daddy, come here, look at this." I'm like, "No." He's like, "Look at this." I'm like, "No." And then he finally came out, and he's like, "Daddy, I really want to show you something." So I go in this room. He had shot a hooker and had the gun looking up her skirt. I was like, "Whoa, buddy, what are you? Just stop doing that." He's like, "What?" I'm like, "Nothing. I'm glad you're into girls. I guess I encourage that." Oh, and then there was the other day he was scrolling through my phone because he gets my phone. He wants me to type in Fortnite on YouTube and then watch the YouTube shorts. And he scrolls through, but it's not all Fortnite videos. There's other videos on there, and my algorithm is a little different. And there was a girl like shaking her titties. She was fully clothed, but she was like just bouncing around. And he watched that about 7 times. I was like, okay, buddy. He's into girls. But he did the other day. He asked my wife. They were on their way home from school, and he's like, I don't know. He asked if boys could be girls or something like that. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on at your school? Don't make me fucking intervene at your fucking school, okay? Listen, I've heard about this shit. It better not be fucking happening in my town. Like, boys can be girls too. It's like, he didn't even have that idea in his head. Why are you trying to put that in his head? Shut the fuck up. Teach him how to read. Let him figure that shit out later on. It might not have been his teacher. It could have been the kids in school. I don't know. Because my wife was telling me that there's a kid, one of her friends has a kid that wanted to use a litter box. And I'm like, somebody's lying to you. She's like, no, it's real. And I'm like, this is fucking, where the fuck are we right now? Like, when I was a kid, yeah, I used to run around on all fours and act like I was a dog. But I wasn't trying to shit in the backyard. I wasn't trying to lick my own asshole. I was. Trying to do that. I could not. It's physically impossible. But no, like yeah, having imaginary friends and playing like you're an animal or whatever. But whenever it's like you're at school, can you fucking focus on school, please? You know, and that's what. Yeah, you wanna imagine and be free and have a good time. There's a place for that. At home, in your room, running around the house. You know, do whatever you want to do at home. Have fun. Whatever entertains you. Whatever your crazy mind can think up. Go have fun. But you're at school. No, you're not getting a fucking litter box at school. You're not going to act like a cat at school. You cannot wear your cat ears at school. You're not going to wear face paint at school. You're going to wear your clothes and your shoes with your backpack, and you're gonna go to school and you're going to learn. And it's insane that that's even a thing that we're talking about now, is that kids in their development years are being introduced to sex. I mean, I say that, and then my son, he's over there looking at titties and stuff, but I didn't introduce that stuff to him. That stuff he did on his own. And that's definitely shit that I would do on my own when I was maybe not 5, but definitely at 8, 7, 8, 7, 8. Mm-hmm. So, I don't know. But, yeah, not at school. Just learn at school, please. Learn how to read, learn how to count, learn how to add, subtract, multiply. Have fun in art class. Go be the fastest kid in gym class. Quit trying to be a furry at age 5. I don't know. I mean, yeah, it's kids. Now my kids are still really young, but yeah, they're only getting closer and closer to developing their own way of thinking and their own attitude and their own um, uh, how they look. You know, so it's just I don't know. They're gonna get awkward in the future. Everybody got awkward. How awkward I was. I grew my hair out and I frosted my tips. Okay, I bleached the top of my hair. I wore glasses. I wore the baggiest pants you could wear. I wore like the same T-shirt every day. I had a duct tape wallet. Uh, mechanical pencil. I had mechanical pencils. Okay, listen. I was like, and I listened to rock, like hard rock, uh, or like grunge type stuff. I don't know. I didn't really fit in anywhere in like middle end of elementary and middle school and stuff. I was just I was lumped in with the nerds. But then high school came around. I decided I like country music and I like working out and I like trucks. So that's what I was in high school. I developed a redneck persona, and I ain't never gave that up. That's what I've been the whole time. I've always been a redneck, 100%. Um, yep, yep. That's who I am. That's me. But I was weird for a while, and nobody stopped me from being weird. So I don't know. It's just going to be a weird situation. I think today it's a little bit different, but it's still, kids are also, but at their own pleasure. I don't want, especially adults, influence my kids on changing anything about themselves. Just teach them, please. Just teach them. Let them figure out what they want to do on their own. They're gonna get awkward anyways. And I guess that's where I'll end this. You know, I got the sunglasses on now. The sun is coming up. It's what time is it? 7:30 almost. So, anyways, have a great day. Keep all 18 down. I'll talk to you later.